My drum fills almost don't suck anymore. Hello, I'm Felipe Drago and welcome to Drago Drums. Welcome to the fourth lesson about drum fills. And I'm pretty sure your drum fills almost don't suck anymore because you have a lot of material that you have been practicing over the last 3 weeks if you started with me. So to keep up with the good work, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, press the bell so you get notifications when a new video is out. As I said before, I'm going to repeat now, this is going to be a lengthy series because I'm going to go in depth about drum fills. Lesson 1, everything we did was 1 note per beat, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lesson 2, everything we did was 8th notes, 2 lessons per beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And lesson 3, everything we did was 4 notes per beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, known as the 16th note. So lesson 4, we're going to put all these 3 things together. Quarter notes, 8th notes, and 16th notes. I'm going to start combining 8th notes and 16th notes on a drum fill starting on the beat 3 of the 4th bar. If you're with me since the beginning, you already know that our drum fills start on the 4th bar. 3 bars of groove, then the 4th bar there'll be a drum fill. Either the whole bar, half of the bar, or the last beat of the bar. So this first exercise is going to be the last 2 beats of the bar, beats 3 and 4 of the 4th bar. Beat 3, 8th notes, beat 4, 16th notes. Because now I'm not doing from any book, I'm going to put down here the notation, okay? But just on the snare, as you already know, if you've been following the series, the first time around we only play on the snare. So even though I'm going to be orchestrating it other places on the drum kit, it's going to still be written only on the snare drum, okay? Let's start with a very basic bit. Then I'm going to count the beats and the bar and where the fill is going to start. As I said before, 8th note and 16th note. Somewhere down here, you're going to see it written. The fill, not the whole thing, just the fill. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's orchestrate it. How about the 8th notes on the snare drum and the 16th notes split between tom 1 and 4 tom. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about splitting the 8th note between snare and tom 1 and the 16th note between tom 2 and floor tom? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's reverse. First 16th notes and then 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. gonna play it now, splitting the 16th note between the snare and tom 1 and the 8th note on the floor tom, but try another different orchestration. Okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are different orchestrations you can try with these two fills we did now. Now let's try a drum fill that takes the whole fourth bar. And I'm going to play 16th notes, 8th notes, 16th notes, and end on a quarter note. First, just on the snare, and somewhere down here, you're going to see the notation. Okay? So here we go. To spice things up a little bit, even though I'm playing 8th notes on the bass drum especially, the hi-hat is going to be just quarter notes. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's try the obvious orchestration, which is snare, tom 1, tom 2, floor tom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to show another orchestration using both hands playing on the snare and the floor tom at the same time. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now a drum fill that goes back and forth between 16th and 8th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to orchestrate in a very different way than you might think, but there's many steps in between just on the snare and where I'm going to play now. But I want you to just see the possibilities, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. But try first around the kit, then splitting the notes, up to you. But see, the first time just on the snare, and the second time, not only I used all the drums, but I also used the crash cymbals. Again, if you don't have a second crash cymbal over here, you can use the ride. And you can reverse, you can start with the 8th note. Okay? Another possibility. This one I just played on the snare. I'm not gonna play anywhere else. It's up to you to come up with a beat, put the drum fill, and orchestrate it. Another possibility is putting rests and 8th notes on the upbeat to play fills. For example, I'm gonna play one now. You're gonna see it written, the drum fill as usual, down here somewhere, just on the snare. And I'm gonna play first just on the snare, and then you're going to understand better what I'm talking about when I mean eighth notes and rests and everything to make the drum fill more interesting and more syncopated. You don't have to play all the notes in a bar. You can leave some space for the song and the drum fill to breathe. So check this one out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's orchestrate it, and I'm gonna orchestrate the obvious way, going around the kit. Snare, then the middle two notes split between tom 1 and tom 2, and the last 16th notes on the floor tone. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that you understand that you can combine eighth notes, 16th notes, quarter notes, rests, notes on the upbeat, the possibilities, I'm not going to say endless, but the possibilities are huge. So now your repertoire of drum fills is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're just touching the surface. But the most interesting of all of this is practicing these drum fills when you're playing with your friends in bands or jamming with other people. Other fills will come naturally because you start tuning in what's being played by the other musicians with the repertoire that you created. And this is when the real interesting things start to happen. So take your time, practice these fills as much as you can, play them over and over and over and over again. I will repeat myself and say, internalize all of these, and you're gonna see that next time your drum fills won't suck anymore, I guarantee. Remember, if you haven't done, subscribe to the channel, press the bell to get the notifications, and let's go together on this journey to make your drum fills sound good.